Hello and welcome to Dragons of a Winter Storm. Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing good. And how are we all doing here on the stream? Here on
Nice.
cast. Okay,
Doing good.
so everybody, this is D&D Play 20. As I said, we are about to begin Dragons of a Winter Storm episode 8 or 9. Somewhere around there. And this is a live D&D game where you have the ability to help or hinder our players. Thank you so much for joining us. And I need to get a few details out of the way real quick. Follow our channel if you would like to join in on our Twitch chat, where you'll also earn points for specific gifts, special gifts for your favorite characters. To spend those points, just click the blue shield at the bottom of the Twitch chat and you will see your balance and your options to spend them on. In addition, you can buy characters gifts through our new tip system, things like Advantage, for example, and you can scroll down at any point to see our tip system in About Us. If you enjoy tonight, please subscribe. Proceeds are invested back into the stream to improve content and quality. This month, you can subscribe for 20% discount. So this is a great time to do just that. And that takes care of all the technical stuff. Can you tell I shortened it a little bit?
A lot of it. Good job. What's next?
Woohoo! So, as everybody who has been here knows, my name is Peter. I'm the Dungeon Master. My name is there on the screen. And before I do the recap to update everybody on what has happened before, this Sunday was my 56th birthday.
Yay!
And cast members from the streams.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and the community, which included lots of people from the Discord, lots of people from both of Peter's streams, even some folks from his partner Greg's streams. A bunch of people came together and got Peter some birthday presents.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna open them for us.
Yes. I don't know which one to open first.
Him.
I'll open the one marked.
Disable your
Yeah,
background.
disable your
I've got to
background.
disable my.
Open the
Go, Bucks,
go. Soccer ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my virtual background. Okay, so I'm opening the one marked by our non-sponsors, FedEx. Okay, so
And please, everybody screen capture that for Peter's address and send him lots of inappropriate Amazon packages. Thank you.
you know what? That's mean. Ooh. Okay, so what we have here is something from Norse Foundry.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, go full screen. Do it.
there, Norse Foundry. Can you
Peter,
see the address there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
Go full screen so everyone can get a good look at your beautiful face.
Whoa. Full screen,
Yeah.
huh?
Full screen.
I don't
Just
have
go.
a full screen setup. So,
Go big and okay.
Put yourself on the map.
hey,
Yeah.
look, who's running this stream? Me or you?
Me, get to it.
I can't. Okay, so the first item in this package is a pin for Norse
Pin.
Foundry.
Oh my God, that's a
Pin.
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 Yes.
Happy birthday, Pete.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Pete.
Thank you.
Enjoy,
Alright, let's play.
enjoy
And
the
I mean
pity.
that sincerely. And then
Let's play.
a nice dice bag. You know, this is
Ooh.
my first product from Norse Foundry. I'm kind of
Ooh.
excited.
Hopefully not your last.
It won't
Oh.
be.
I
What
gotta
is
get
it?
them out.
Oh.
They are wood dice. Yeah!
Ooh.
I wanted wood dice.
They are black walnut.
Black walnut wood dice. Ooh, I gotta use those tonight.
If you don't pull out that D20 and show us right now, Lord help me.
What?
Yeah, I want to see that D20.
D20. Which one is D20?
Wow.
What is wrong with you? Take them
This
back.
guy DM
There
doesn't know
is
it's
the
20.
D20.
We're in trouble.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Which my
Looks
monsters are
good.
going to roll a natural 20 multiple times tonight on this baby.
Mm.
In fact, I'll just
Can't
put that in my
wait.
tower there. Okay. And then,
Hey, Peter, who filled out the invoice?
who
Oh,
filled out the... Oh,
it's quality
Kyle.
checked
It
with
says,
love.
Peter, may the dice roll in your favor. Kyle.
Okay, I'll talk to Kyle. Thanks.
And then we have this package, which I'm turning over so nobody gets my address.
Nice. Thank you, Kyle.
I'm
Yes,
just scared
Kyle.
for
Thank
Kyle
you
now.
for
the way that
packaging
was
that.
said.
And thank you for Dave.
Dave will thank
That's
you later
brilliant.
for your package. So,
Wait, why are we talking about Dave's package?
No, I was just gonna thank
Really?
Dave for hooking
so
us up
this
with
next
North Foundry.
package came from Wormwood. Now, I personally never thought I would ever get anything from Wormwood.
Ooh.
So this is pretty huge. From all of us at Wormwood, which I cannot read all of that right now because it's multiple pages.
Oh, gotcha. It's a comic.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's a comic.
That's cute.
And doesn't say who packaged it. Oh, happy birthday, Peter Love. D&D Play 20 and Save versus Crew. Save versus Games Crew. All right. Now the big moment.
No.
Do, 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 do. I have not seen what's in this package till now.
We just saw you open it. Shut up and do it.
It's a dice tower. Yes. Oh, a Wormwood dice tower. Oh, which I can't use tonight, and I want to so bad. Oh. Thank you, everybody. This is actually a dream come true for me.
Oh,
I think you could probably put that tower together in 30 seconds?
Less than 30 seconds. It should be magnetic.
Magnets.
The
Well,
magnetic
magnets.
tower.
I'd have to know how, and that
Yeah.
means taking the time to read it, and we don't have
Yeah,
time
well,
for that right this second. Maybe by
maybe
break.
Yeah, maybe during break.
So
Well,
it's
happy
going to
birthday,
be
Peter.
whispering to me the whole time over there.
Happy birthday, Peter. We
Thank
love
you.
you and appreciate all that you do to support all of our games and all of our streaming habits and all of our craziness on the communities. And yeah, happy birthday.
Most of y'all are not crazy.
That's fine.
A challenge?
Well said, Jen.
I
Thank
hope
you
you
for
do it as a
making sure
challenge
that
because I like crazy.
Well, then why don't you go ahead and read us this recap
Drink
and
to
see
that.
how crazy shit can get.
Okay,
Absolutely.
stuff can get quarter in the jar.
I said
Okay.
what I said.
Now let's do our recap. Yay! I can't get my mind off the wormwood stuff and the wooden dice, and the dice match the tower. It started
Personally, I was
With
kind
a
of looking forward to
dream.
hearing that.
what?
I was kind of looking forward to hearing the dice in the tower. What
My
you
old
know,
tower
The combination of them, you know.
that I had to build myself. So this is going to be awesome. Ironically, I got to build this one too. Okay, it started with a dream. It came to each of our characters at different times in their lives, and yet they shared the same experience. They were taken to a world unlike their own, a world where they faced dragons, and they each very nearly died. The dream ended violently for all of them, and they woke believing it was nothing more than that, a scary dream. And then disaster struck in each of their lives. Their families were hunted and killed by a dark, deceptive figure who called himself Janet Vilkos. Managing to somehow survive, they were cast asunder, but eventually drawn together in the farming town of Woodruff, where Janet Vilkos had once again resurfaced and murdered the father of Trius the healer. But together, they were able to fight Vilkos off. Why was this strange man after them and their families? None of them knew, but clues pointed them toward Melanidor for answers. And so, braving multiple dangers, they traveled together to the elven city, which was also the homeland of Sedana, the elven monk in the party. They arrived during a deadly blizzard, nearly freezing to death before they completed the final leg of their journey. Sedana, feeling pensive about returning to the city where her family had been killed, led the party to the Overland Inn, which was owned by Gavin Colger, who was also the guardian of two of Sedana's friends, Farah and Tainer Oneheart. Even as she made introductions, however, the Elven King Evanu Trulaire and Princess Arenelle arrived to witness the gathering, a celebration taking place at the Overland Inn, in remembrance of the 12 mages who sacrificed themselves to end the Dragon War 50 years past. Our party hoped to find answers by listening to the tales of that fateful day, and by questioning old Gavin, for they had learned that the grumpy dwarf could have the answers they were seeking. But before they could ask any questions, Melanidor was attacked by creatures long thought extinct, dragons. During the ensuing battle, the king was badly wounded, his face burned by the ascetic breath of shape-shifting shadow dragons. And then the prophet Lazarus revealed his presence, lashing out with his staff and severely wounding one of the dragons. The vile creatures in the Overland Inn were dispatched, but outside the inn, the city of Melanidor was falling to an army of those dragons. The command to evacuate the city through a network of tunnels was given, and the party helped the survivors of the city escape, or at least what few remained. Once they were saved, if only for a few hours, Prophet Lazarus showed the party a book he carried, and most of the party saw only a recipe book. But Penbear, the fearbold druid, saw something more. He was shocked as writing formed magically on the pages, revealing an ancient prophecy that only he could see. A day later, the party, along with Lazarus, was summoned to the Dwarven Palace, where the Elven King, Evanu Trulaire, had taken refuge. Once there, they discovered that the king and his guards had been murdered. But Rome, Trius, and Sedana had discovered the body of an elven noble in the frosty forest, and Trius discovered a shadow dragon had taken the man's form and infiltrated the elven council. Exposed, the dragon summoned a deadly water creature from within a fountain and attacked all who were present. And that is when Caius decided to use his recently acquired magical artifact, one that he had not been sure of, and the necklace released a fireball at the monsters. The fireball exploded, burning and killing monster and innocents alike, and killing several guards and all of the remaining Elven Council members. And that brings us to this very moment. That is where we left off. And as we set the scene, we are in, to the right of the screen is where the Elven King was murdered, and his body is still in his chambers. Farah and Tainer One Heart are in the princess's chambers, where the princess, Philip Lehane, and Engdel Farnett came out because of the battle with the dragon. And in this large chamber here, the water creature has been killed. The original dragon has been killed. However, so has the Elven Council and 5 dwarven guards because of the actions of Caius. Now, Caius has done his best to retreat. He didn't mean for this to happen, obviously. And right now, he is making his way toward the exit. To beat feet, as they say, or beat paws. What does a turtle have? Paws? Well, anyways, that is where we leave off. So, this is going to be good. Caius, I would like to know what your actions at this moment are.
Well,
Oops,
the
you're
last
dead.
thing that
Sorry,
happened.
just wanted to do that. Go
The
ahead.
last thing that happened, Trius was just saying that basically we were all doomed, I think.
What I said was I believe we may all be cursed, and that anyone who comes into contact with us may be doomed to meet a horrible end, and perhaps it would be best if we made ourselves scarce so that we could protect those around us.
That is correct. And Engdel Farnett also said just before that there needed to be a war council and that there was no time at present to deal with this situation. However, if you take note, there is a dwarf right here. And he immediately moves toward Caius. And he says, "You have killed too many this day. You must answer for what you have done."
Caius is kind of ignoring that and walking towards the fountain, sort of worried about Trius and looking into the fountain. I guess worried look on his face, looking into the fountain, being like, what the hell was that? What did I even kill? What's going on here?
And does anyone respond to his words?
I know in my heart that this must have been an accident, but your actions have led to great loss of life this day.
And at that moment, someone arrives through the doorway. King Runkberez, king of the dwarves, and 4 of his guards, enter. And he says,
I know, Trius. I know.
"What has happened here? Someone had better answer me."
I never meant for any of this to happen. Just, I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
"I see before me the Elven Council is dead, as are some of my guards."
There was a shadow dragon disguised as one of the elven counselors, Your Majesty, and in our struggle against it, and I'll point to this water creature, unfortunately many lives were lost.
And at that moment, the dwarf that was still left alive straightens his back and turns to face Caius and says, "My lord king, this turtle, he killed our men, and nearly killed these elves as well. As you can see, they are half burned alive."
Well, I also killed the monster that was coming out of the fountain that nobody seemed to talk about. Everybody's focused on all the... Yes, I'm sorry. I killed too many. It
Caius was
a
doing
big
what
explosion.
he felt was needed. Caius was doing what he felt was needed, and Yor's gonna go over to the one that survived, and basically, she's gonna like cradle him and cast Cure Wounds and say that he's just delirious and slightly confused with what happened. Obviously, our own friend would never try to burn us intentionally, so that's obviously a sign of Caius's well intentions gone wrong.
Okay, and how much do you heal him for?
Whatever.
Caius is going to look into the fountain and wonder to himself, how big are the pipes feeding that fountain? And how small of a fish would I have to turn into
4.
to get down there?
So
But then he'll turn back towards the dwarfs.
What did you roll, Jen?
8. 8.
Okay, you heal him for 8 points, but that doesn't seem to change his attitude at all. He says, "I demand justice! That man over there, that dwarf, he was my brother." King Runk. Oh, I accidentally switched windows here. King Runk waves his guards forward. "Guards! We really, truly do not have time for this, but I see no other choice. Seize him, place him under arrest, and put him in one of the cells. Make sure it's a protected cell." And so the guards come up.
Ooh. Are we allowed to act?
We were just helping out.
Yeah, are we allowed to act in this moment?
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. It was.
What would
was,
you like to do, Trius?
It was a
I'd
monster.
like to cast Sanctuary on Caius, so that anyone who attempts to lay a hand on him must make a Wisdom saving throw. It'll take me about 6 seconds to do it. Do I have
Okay.
6 seconds?
Okay. So you cast Sanctuary on him?
Sure do.
Let me just bring up some character sheets here. So, you said Wisdom?
Yeah, Wisdom saving throw to attack him.
15. First one missed. Failed. Where's my nat 20? Oh! Second one succeeded.
All right.
I can't
What, are
see
they
the
attacking
numbers
me
on
now?
my new dice.
I mean, it's
Third
it's
one
a
succeeded.
it's a it's
Three
a
19s
it's,
in a row.
it's like a grapple, right?
So they're
Alright.
all trying to grab me at the same time? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
They're trying to
there's a
do-
guard on each side of you.
Yeah, they're trying
One
to dwarf handle
directly
you.
above and one diagonal to you. The one on the left failed. The other 3 succeeded, and they grab you. "See here,
Yeah.
whoever placed this barrier had better drop it, or they will find themselves locked up as well."
Just, I'm sure you. This is just a misunderstanding, an accident. I never meant for any of this to happen. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's just talk about it.
King Runk looks you in the eye, Caius, and he says, "We will get this sorted out. But for now, you must go with my men.
Where are we going?
I will promise you a speedy trial.
Trial?
And
What did you? What should? Why trial? Who said what about trial?
they grab hold of you and start dragging you out. If you want, you can make a strength save against 3 strong dwarves. But in the end, they're going to end up.
No, he
dragging
doesn't
you out.
really resist. He's kind of just looking back at everybody, and he's trying to find Saldana and Yora and see what they're.
Yora's like
looking at.
Yora's on the other side of these guys and just trying to convey to you that everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, and as they lead him through the doorway and down the steps.
Before they do that, quick question for you, Peter.
Sure.
Would I ever notice any animals around the castle? Any like pets or anything?
Well, the only animals you have seen would be Yora's puppy.
Okay.
And
Ingo.
The one that's made of lava?
What was the puppy's name again?
Ingo.
Ingo.
Ingo. I was trying to remember that puppy's name earlier today, and I couldn't remember. Let me just make that mark here.
So there's nobody that has like dogs, cats, or anything like that. Like anything like even before getting to the castle, like.
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, there would have been fish in the water that you passed one over a bridge to get into the city, but other than that, that is about it. Now, during your travels, because you've traveled through nature and stuff, you know, you've seen Fantas.
Basically, my question is, if I wild shape into something, would it be like weird for a pet just to walk around in the castle?
Yeah, it kind of would. I mean, Fantas is going to be present outside the buildings. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, fish in the water.
Do they use carrier pigeons to communicate? Or ravens?
No, they do not.
Well,
owls, perhaps.
No.
I tried.
It's small enough. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna back up a little bit, or like try to. There's only. Yeah, I'm gonna go behind that column there.
Okay.
As quietly as possible.
Mm.
And wild shape into a rat.
Okay.
And I will follow the group as sneakily as I can to see where they bring Caius.
Okay, shape-shifting forms.
Donna is...
And that is one of the animals I did not put in there, so...
Yeah, I checked. No tokens yet, but... It's okay. I guess I can...
I'm importing one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to follow and see where they're going.
I will shout out after them, Caius, we are going to figure this out.
Okay.
It never told me it would do that.
You should have control of the rat now.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
And as they go,
so Donna's gonna do something.
the king
Donna wants to
notices
do something.
Yora nearby,
Something?
and he lifts a hand and he says...
You're really hard to hear, Jacob. Hang on, Peter. Jacob, Saldana wants to do something.
That better?
A little bit.
So Saldana, seeing that everyone's attention is on Caius, is going to cast Pass Without a Trace on herself.
Maybe get a little
And-
closer.
Yeah,
So
I can't make you
Saldana's
out.
seeing.
Yeah, I think your gating is like cutting you off.
He's casting Pass Without a Trace on himself.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
gonna get sneaky.
Inspiration? No.
I don't know. That's my sneaky head.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Yes, so good.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my mic sensitivity was down like 10%. So. Yeah. So Saldana's gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on herself, and she is gonna follow the guards sneaking behind him.
Okay, just give me 1 second here. I accidentally moved some tokens to the wrong level. Okay, so are you stealth? Okay, Pass Without a Trace. That just makes sure no one can follow you, right?
It adds
And make sure no one
plus
can follow you, and it gives you a +10 to stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth then.
It's gonna be a minimum of 21.
Yep.
Okay. And so we have
36.
Jeez.
Can you move your token closer to the group there? That way I can select it.
Don't forget the rat.
I won't, Pen Bear.
And then he does.
I love the flavor on Pass Without Trace too. Instead of you clinging to the shadows cling to you.
Nice.
Okay, so they all leave the map. King Runk steps over to Yor and says, "Don't worry, dear. You will be able to see him soon." Runk is a very... Even though he's burly, he looks very wizened. He is a very good king, but you wouldn't know that. And but he does have to make sure that Caius is held accountable for his actions. And so he is taken off to Turtle Jail. Turtle Jail. Turtle Jail. Does
Is it Turtle-
whatever Turtle Jail does.
Is it a turtle jail or is it a dwarf jail?
Well, technically, it's a dwarf. Dwarf. Greg, did you switch?
Are you feeling okay, Pete? Do you...
I'll have whatever Pete's having.
Yeah, okay.
You just like
Let's
you like
clarify
remixed your
something.
own answer into like
Let's
real time.
clarify something. Let's clarify something. First, I am exhausted today after 2 long days of hard work. Physical work that I'm lazy and I usually don't do. Second, I got a wormwood gift.
Absolutely. I
And
appreciate
wooden
you.
decks.
I appreciate you working through the pain for our benefit and pleasure. And I appreciate your patience in waiting until the break before you play with your new wooden toy.
Anyways, when I get tired, I get goofy. Those are the breaks. Okay,
I
so
like it.
Greg, did your map change?
Yeah, everything went black.
Mine did not.
Mine did not as well.
Can you see your
Did
token?
mine.
Negative.
Negative.
Everything is black.
Perhaps if you zoom out, you will be able to find it.
Perhaps if I...
The square is tiny on the screen. I can screenshot it for you. It's quite...
Oh, I just... Give me a moment, everybody. Just one moment. See, now I'm starting to act like Eric here. Okay.
Remember
so-
that time that we asked what the tone of the episode was gonna be?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, can you see now, Greg?
The
I
trial's
think
gonna be
you're-
so much fun.
Greg,
I
can you
am
see now? I just
think
turned off dynamic lighting.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Now I can.
Okay.
I'm What?
What?
I see. What I see doesn't make a lot of sense for
Where are you?
Turtle Jail. I'm not on the screen, but I see a Patreon map with a giant. That's better.
I must have dragged you to the wrong page. There we go. Okay.
Is the rat on the right page? Because I'm still on the.
Okay, you can see now, Greg?
Yes. I don't see my token. Oh, there I am. Okay, yeah.
There. Dynamic lighting back on. Can you still see?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so
I can't see.
listen, you big crybaby. Give me a chance here.
I'm just saying. I'm not a crybaby. I want my rat to see where he's going.
Okay, so. Oh, man. I can't believe this stuff. Drag you there. Drag
There we
you
go.
there. And as far as the rat,
Yep, got him.
okay, you move him. And delete that. Okay, so you and Sadana are in there. And I may as well just remove this door. There. Can you see Sadana?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right. Now hold your horses there for a minute. Okay. Greg is in one of the cells there. You cannot enter. I'm sorry. Caius is in one of the cells. You can't enter the cells. You can only talk to them through 2 sets of bars. Okay. So we have on the original map. We have Azrael, Yora, Trius, and that's it, right? Yeah. Okay. No. Who am I missing?
I think that's it.
Huh?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's here.
Okay. Azrael, what are you going to be doing? You could go
Just baffled at this point.
Yeah. The king tells you, the 3 of you, that one of the dwarven guards can lead you to the cells so that you can speak with Caius. And the king says, hold on a moment now. Your friend is going to need help defending himself. Are any of you going to speak up? And where did your friends go?
Well, certainly we're going to speak up for him on his behalf, but I don't know where they went. They got taken away, didn't they?
Only the turtle was let out.
Exactly. Our friend got taken away.
Okay. Will one of the 3 of you be defending Sir Caius? Hello? Oh, you're muted there.
Sorry. Yeah, no, we're all defending him. That's our job.
It was like awkward silence.
Okay, so here's the thing, lass. Only 2 of you may
My
sit.
name is Yora, not Lass.
Very well, lassie.
Yora.
Yes, Yora. Only 2 of you may sit at the table for the defense. And so 2 of you must be chosen. You may go visit him in the cells. So that you can talk amongst yourselves to decide who will be sitting at the table with him.
Well, what are the charges brought against him, first of all? I'm not really sure.
He waves his hand. I believe That's rather obvious. Yeah, it's obvious. It's murder, can't you tell? And so, a guard leads you to the cells. Boo, 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 boo. I don't know what I'm doing. Did I say that out loud?
You sure did.
Uh-oh. Okay, so... Okay, so this is where the jail cell is located. All the cells. Mr. Rat.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you got night vision. Wow, you got big health in that form. Okay, so
Yeah, big one
Hey
health.
Peter, I don't think the stream can see what you're looking at right now.
No, it's still the old map.
it's a 15-second delay.
Yeah, I just loaded up.
It just changed.
There we go.
So, is the that cell door that like I could go through that? I guess it's just
Yeah, you're small. You are small enough to pass through the cells.
yeah,
However,
it's not a closed door or anything.
in the cell that Caius is in, there is indeed a stone door that is sealing the room off.
Oh, okay.
One of the guards can open that stone door if it is so requested. However, well, one of you would need to come forward and request to speak with Caius.
We're all here to talk to Caius. Move.
Okay. Can you move up there? And where are my stop cards? Because she's scaring me. Okay. And so, as you move forward, Pug, I'm just going to say that they don't notice you at all. Or
Okay.
they've seen rats before
You're
in this.
just another sewer rat.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was counting on.
They've
As-
seen rats here before.
Yeah. As
The
I enter the
prisoners
room,
like the taste of them.
as I enter the room, party members with sharp ears will hear me count under my breath: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
Now I got to count to see what you were counting. I only count. Oh, yeah, the two outside. Okay. Okay, so will you be approaching these guards to ask them to?
No, I'm busting through the door and I'm saying we're here to talk to Caius now.
Okay. This guard here says, "You have clearance to talk to this turtle, do you?"
Obviously, that's why we're here. Now, either move. Nope, just move. For your own sake, just move.
Okay. "Ye sure are a sassy one, lass."
And I'll put my wings out and be real scary looking.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, okay. And he works a lever, and the stone door slides aside, and you may advance as far as the second set of bars just outside his room. The first set of bars opens as well. And so you may advance, yeah, to there. And you can see Caius sitting at a desk.
Playing piano?
No, it's not a piano. It is a roll-top desk.
It's a real Hannibal Lecter moment, or what?
Okay, if it's not a piano, then He's actually just staring down the drain.
By the way, Jen, are you watching for the Pantheon Point rewards for me tonight?
Yep.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Pull it up.
We have 2 resubscriptions, Unicharge and Hellsong. Thank you. Okay, so
Sorry, Peter, to interrupt again. I assume as a rat, I would probably be able to find my way through the grates below the cells and get to Caius' cell.
yeah, or you could just walk through the bars now that the stone doors.
Yeah,
open.
well, 1 hit point. Somebody just putting his boot at the wrong spot and I'm dead. So
Oh, that's true. You might
Then
meet
they're-
a female rat down there. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but that would be hilarious because then they would be standing on a
right,
foot
they would be
past
like
yourself.
sitting on a 8 foot 8 foot wall.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay,
Don't want
yes,
to do
you
that.
can. I
No.
don't have a map of the pipes, so you're going to have to find your way on your own.
Come on.
So-
No, that's okay.
If you ever are walking in a hallway with spikes that are coming down in the roof, and you're a spider,
Oh yeah, that's
you
a
could
good
walk
idea.
under somebody's foot on purpose.
Yeah, very nice. I'll keep that in mind. So as soon as I go up the grade and that, I assume Caius will notice me. Like I'm gonna do a little bit of
Well,
noise.
first off, I need you to give me. What would he survival to find his way? Does that make sense?
The rat? Sure.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
Survival is.
And by the way, guys,
Go.
please call out your roll totals so that the viewers can know what they are because we're no longer showing chat on our streams.
Survival is 6.
You take a few wrong turns and we will get back to you.
Okay.
Trius, what will you be doing? I see that Azrael and Yora both move forward. And Saldana, are you staying where you're located now?
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna kind of watch things while still hiding.
Okay. I was gonna say you were hiding under a light, so
Yeah.
Yeah. I will stand behind Yora and I'll call out to Caius. I'll say, Caius, approach the bars. Come here.
Hey, Trius. Sorry, I was kind of in my own head there.
Caius, come closer. Come closer.
I did, but it's taking me a while to move.
Oh,
Just having a
absolutely. And when he gets within reach of the bars, I'm gonna squeeze in between Azrael and Yora. I'm gonna slap him in the face. I'm gonna say, "You done messed up. You done messed up." And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna walk out of this corridor.
one of the dwarves
Instead-
is like, now that was funny.
There's nothing funny about it. He's right.
Oh man, way to bring down the moment. Okay, so
This is a serious episode, Peter.
I know, but I got a wormwood tower. Okay, so I'm all giddy. So, don't run away, Caius.
Going back to my desk.
He really likes his desk. Don't
thinking to do.
ruin the moment.
So, here's what we can do. Y'all can figure out how you're going to defend and who will defend Caius and sit at the table with him. I imagine Yora will be one of them. She will have a second. So you can decide.
Caius gets to pick who he wants
Why
or
are you
what
all-
he wants to happen.
Okay.
Why are you all even here?
Why do you think we're here, you big dodo?
You gotta get out of here while you still can. Obviously, dragons want to kill everything. I don't know why anyone's still here.
Because no one's gonna leave you here when. No one's gonna leave you here. What do you want us to do? How do you want us to play this?
I don't know.
They're talking about a trial. I don't really understand what that means. Two people have to defend you or represent you, or so whomever you want to pick there, that's fine. Just we're gonna get it figured out. And I understand you're gonna have lots of.
There's nothing to figure out, Yora. I just killed people. Like I protect people. I took an oath. I was gonna take an oath. I didn't even get to take an oath. I'm supposed to have taken an oath. I left before I could even.
You were trying to protect people. Did you just sit there and say, "Oh, you know what? I'm tired of seeing all these old elven dudes and ladies over here. Like you don't know them. You wouldn't hurt them. Things happen. You got this random necklace, this random thing that just showed up on you."
And they didn't tell me it would do that. I'm fairly sure they should have told me it would do that. If it's supposed to, I was supposed to just know that. I didn't realize it. The voice was. Usually it tells me things that are pretty, seem important, but that was just. I don't know.
What voice?
I might have mentioned it once or twice before, but I kind of shrugged it off, I guess. But I'm thinking, I don't know for sure if it's the forgotten one or not anymore, but I feel like I'm being directed to help on this quest, and I've been getting I've been able to do things that I wasn't able to do before, and I mean, yeah, the necklace just showed up, and the voice said, you can use this. You might find it useful. So
And it did. It took out at least one person pretending to be one of the shattered dragons. We don't know who any of the other people were. I mean, we were given a lot of responsibility and told good luck.
Well, yeah, I just want to go home. Like, I got you here safe, and then you could come visit me anytime, I can go back to the beach. I don't have to be a paladin anymore. This is ridiculous. Paladins are supposed to protect people. Obviously, I'm not meant to do this.
Caius, your
crazy.
actions were not intentional. This is not murder. This is manslaughter. And if you're saying that it's from a voice, that's under duress. That's an easy defense.
I was not under a dress. I don't
No,
wear
not
dresses.
dress. Duress. DURESS.
It means you weren't acting of your own volition. You were being
Oh, well,
forced. You were being coerced.
I meant to do it. It told me. I knew what it would do. It looked like it would explode, but I didn't think it would explode that much.
To get rid of the water thing.
What was that even? Did anybody know?
What has
Is
been
nobody
any
talking
of
about
this?
that?
What has been any of this? I don't understand why they're throwing you in a cell when they should be way more worried about the dead elven king upstairs.
I know one reason why they could have thrown me in here, but they don't even know that reason. So, I don't get it even.
No, this is just an instance of trying to put the blame on a face, and unfortunately right now they have yours.
I can't even think right now, honestly. I was trying to write some memoirs here with this beautiful wooden desk in the corner, but I've had trouble. I'm starving. Any chance you could get me some food or something? I don't know.
And right at that moment,
no spiders even.
a rat comes crawling through the grate in your cell and squeaks. Squeak, squeak.
No, I said I was gonna stay under the grate until they were done talking. Just don't play my character. I'm playing my character. Stop it.
I didn't hear
like-
you say that.
It's in the chat.
I like it,
Oh,
Matthew.
okay.
Back.
Okay.
I like it. Way to stand up for Pen Bear.
The monster's back. Fireball.
Oh, by the way, Caius, all of your equipment was taken when you were locked up. So
Didn't we
I
follow
assumed.
directly behind him?
Yeah, even his armor. Did they undress him?
well, not his armor.
They would have to de-shell him.
That's
Yeah,
not
I was gonna
true.
say
I was like,
Absolutely.
no more shell for you.
I don't have a shield.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Yor will pull some rations out of her bag. And she's actually going to come back over here and start yelling at these dwarves. This man, this person, this turtle that you are holding in this cell, you've been denying him access to fresh food and fresh water. Rectify that immediately.
Well, he just got here.
Go.
It's not even time for us to eat yet.
I didn't ask you what time you ate. I'm telling you.
He'll be getting no food from us. From what I understand, he'll be out of here and on trial in less than an hour.
Well, people get hungry and thirsty in an hour.
Oh,
Yeah, see, I could already tell that you two should, if anybody's going to stand up for me, I mean, you two would be a great team, I suppose. A law squad? I don't know what to call it.
that turtle killed some of me mates. I'm not gonna feed him. He can go hungry for all I care.
Well, then
I'm
tell me
going-
where it is, and I'll go get it myself.
It's through those doors and a mile down the road. You make a right, and then you go another 10 miles and get out of my city.
Yor is about to kick him in the chest.
I'm going to write my final memoirs. I'll see you all in an
I'll
hour.
say, dwarf. You look like you've had a lot of experience. There are some people who have a condition that requires them to have a certain amount of food every few hours, lest their blood sugars run too low and they become faint and unable to testify. I understand that you're going to want him to be able to respond to the questions that are being levied after him in a few hours. Let my companion give him something to eat so that he can stand trial, and so that there will not be a mistrial for his mistreatment.
Are you talking to the one that last spoke or to the other one? The
I
one
am
that
talking
last
to
spoke is on the right.
I'm talking to the one that I'm closest to.
Okay. He responds by saying, well, I don't suppose there would be any harm in it. I really don't.
I don't either. I feel like there is only upside to this proposition as someone who has been trained at the school of Ecclesiastes. I do recommend that he gets some food, and so that his blood sugars may remain stable.
And so he looks at the other one. Why can't she just give him some rations, maybe a little drink? I mean, she can hand it through the bars, don't you think? And the other one goes, if that's what she wants to do, it could be his last meal for all I care.
All right. And then I'll when he says that, I will reach out to Yora and I will pat her on the shoulder and I'll say, "You got this."
There better not be any files in that.
You're
Pack
welcome
rations.
You're welcome to inspect the rations before we pass them through the bars, if it would bring you peace.
I'm halfway tempted for him to run his fingers through it, but no, that's okay.
Fantastic. Go on ahead and take a guidance, Yora.
that guidance and those provisions, rations, and take them back to Caius. And we'll, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Wow, look at that stuff.
Wow.
Told
What
y'all to
level
use
are
the
we?
chat, and I haven't even looked at it. Okay, so
40.
We're level 4.
Pass without a trace and a +11 modifier.
I don't know if I've seen
That's insane.
maybe. I don't know if I've seen a 40 from level 4.
A roll of 40. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so he rolled a
And-
19 plus 11 for his.
That door, like the stone door, is still gone, right?
the stone guard is still gone.
It's just cool. So Saldana is also going to use her face step and be on the other side of the bars.
Wait, you're going to use what?
Her face step. That allows her to magically teleport
As
to 30
you
feet where she can be
attempt to
seen.
do this, you are disappointed to find out that it did not work. Even though you focused, you were not able to do it.
Interesting.
So when Yora gets the tray from Trius and turns around,
Oh,
there's
and
Saldana.
actually, I'm sorry. That guidance didn't work either. I forgot about that part.
Well then the healing. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Yeah. So Yora was out in this hallway at the time. So even in the hallway, the guidance did not work. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Yeah. I'll say, you got this, and I'll tap you, and then I'll look at my hand and be like,
Thank you, Trius. And yeah, she'll take the tray and turn around. There's Saldana. Oh, Saldana, there you are.
I think she'd still be hidden. If the
Okay.
face step spell doesn't go off,
Right.
doesn't use any. It doesn't use like any somatic, or there'd be no effect if it doesn't go off, right?
Well, it was activated before you entered this area, so it's still active.
Well, then pass without a trace doesn't work either.
No, Pass Without a Trace was cast in the other chamber.
yeah.
Okay, so it's not necessary. Okay.
It's not like anti-magic. It just doesn't. Yeah, we just can't cast new spells here.
Okay.
It
Okay.
appears.
So. Okay, then I'm going to completely sidestep Saldana, who apparently I cannot see, and there's only 10 feet across in this little area, and I'm gonna slide. Caius, here. Trius did awesome Trius things, and maybe I should take a lesson from him. But he got you some food.
Oh, that is amazing. Well, thank you, Yora. And where's Trius?
He's back there. He's kind of smoothing over some things.
Have you thought about this defense at all?
Yours gonna look at Azrael. I mean, we haven't sat down and talked about it yet, but the it looks like probably the best defense is going to be well intentions gone wrong. I don't know. I have to talk with Azrael.
What have you talked to Saldana at all?
We haven't talked to anyone. We came straight through here. I need to go check on Saldana. I don't even know where Penbear is right now either. just we'll get it figured out.
This is
Brass.
fantastic, by the way.
Brass, do what you need to do, and we'll be here. We'll be here.
All right, this isn't so bad, really. I mean, we've been traveling for so long. Got my own room. I could stay here a while if we didn't want to do this trial right away.
You hear somebody have a coughing fit. And Trius, you see Lazarus, who has entered the cell section and is slowly making his way, using his staff to walk towards you.
Right. I will approach and I will offer my hand and I will say, greetings, Lazarus. Have you come to visit Caius?
Yes, that's what I've come to do. Sorry, my throat's a little parched.
That's all right. Would you like some water? I've got a skin here. If you don't mind, you could do a little waterfall action into your mouth. Well, if you prefer, I could waterfall it for you. If you would just open wide. I know you're thirsty. Say ah. I'll pour some water down his throat.
And he chokes and spits it out on you. Anyways, he says, lad, I've come because we must rectify this situation while
I do
we
believe
yet
that.
have time before the war council. Yes.
I do not believe that it would be a good idea for us to attend this war council. I think that probably be best for us to leave as soon as possible, unless a group of shadow dragons will descend and attack the war council and slaughter everyone. And
we are
I cannot
safe.
have that on my conscience.
We are quite safe for now.
I mean, you say that, but literally the entire Elven Council was just killed.
Yes. Poor Caius.
Poor Caius, indeed. Well, Yora and Azrael are handling the proceedings. If you would like to go on ahead and provide your guidance, but Yora, you're here.
Hello.
Yeah. She's gonna look at Lazarus. She's gonna give Lazarus a mean look, and she's gonna say, "You're partially to blame for this. I hope you know."
What? Why am I to blame?
Because you and your prophecy and everything else is just messing up everyone else's life, it seems.
My dear, this is not my prophecy.
Well, you're the one delivering it. You're the face of it. You're the face of it, just like Caius is about to be the face of this whole mad scene upstairs.
Absolutely. It's part of your brand, if you will.
It is no more my brand than it is yours. I am caught up in the prophecy's grip as well. I have my role to play, as do we all.
I would like to believe that we still have free will and are able to self-determine our own paths, but
It doesn't seem like a prophecy as much as it seems like old men sending young, able-bodied people to go be guinea pigs. You don't know what that prophecy means any more than either of us do.
If I don't know what it means, then I can't very well be the culprit you seem to identify me as.
I think that there are plenty of people who have caused harm without fully understanding the means by which they were causing that
Oh,
harm.
hush. We must talk of other things at the moment. Do you not
No,
wish to
I
help
need to
your
go
friend
figure.
Caius?
Of course, that's why me, Trius, and Azrael are gonna go figure this out. And we're not talking about anything else with prophecies or any other nonsense until this is
That is
resolved.
fine. I've come here to tell you what to expect during
Jeez.
the trial of Caius.
Oh yeah. Well, go on ahead and let Azrael know. He's as well. They're all gonna need to get a heads up if they're to prepare for what's ahead.
Will Azrael come out there, or must Lazarus hobble his way toward the cell? He'll hobble his way.
Yeah, you've come all this way.
Oops, I almost passed you.
Azrael might want to be doing something with Caius before, like during all
Oh
this.
yeah. Azrael, what do you want to do with Caius? Describe
Take him
it.
out, but I'm not going to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, you could try if you wanted. I counted 12.
And about 100,000 more outside the cell area.
But are they all caring about any of this?
I don't know. Let's not cross that bridge, shall we? So, Azrael and Yora, the proceedings of the trial shall be quite simple. First of all, we shall assemble within the throne room. Princess Aranel will stand at the side of King Ronkbarez of the dwarves, as she represents the elven people. However, King Barez will be the final judge. But have no fear, he is a fair leader and ruler. If you can convince him of the innocence of Caius or the lack of intention, he may very well be swayed to your side, to your point of view. And the proceedings will begin with testimonials of the prosecution and the defense. One of you will need to provide an opening statement after the prosecution provides their own. And then witnesses will be interviewed. And the witnesses may be unexpected witnesses. We shall see.
Well, how can a witness be unexpected? We were all there. We're gonna know who was all there. How can they be unexpected?
I think what he's saying is that
unexpected and they're liars.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is that there might be witnesses that we may not expect in terms of the status of being alive.
And then you will each be able to provide character testimony as to the morality of Caius and whether you believe he would have intentionally done this.
Okay, well the answer is no. So game over. We win. He gets out. Let's go home.
Oh, girl, I wish it were that simple. You will have to convince the king. King Ronk almost assuredly does not want to harm Caius. But he must provide a balanced trial for his people, for his guards. This is what a king,
balanced.
a wise king,
That's
would
an
do.
entertainment. That's not balance. It's entertainment.
No, there are dwarves that lost their friends, their family, as a result of the actions of Caius. Whether he was responsible for those actions, that's where your focus should be.
You might consider the cursed defense.
I will tell you, I know more of Caius than he may have revealed to you, but it is his tale to tell. So, before you, shall we say, reveal too much or expose too much, certainly consult him first. And I will see you at the trial in approximately 30 minutes.
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yes. I convinced the king to hold a speedy trial because it is important that all of us be present at the war council. And we have no time to spare. The dragons could attack soon. And then
So yes, by all means, let's have a trial.
Especially so for all present at the War Council.
So he begins to leave. Did anybody else want to ask him anything?
I would like to ask you a question.
Yes.
Yes. Laz, how many lives do you think are at stake if... sorry, let me ask you a question. What importance do you feel that Caius plays in this prophecy of yours?
I believe that each and every one of you have an important role to play.
And if Caius is unable to fulfill his role within this prophecy, how many lives do you feel will hang in the balance?
Many, perhaps all life. Hang in the balance of all of your combined efforts. And you said that you feel as though the prophecy has taken your choice away. But in truth, your choices determine the path of the prophecy. And he laughs gently and turns and walks away. And he leaves.
People who speak in half-truths and riddles are the most annoying.
While they're all talking out there, Caius is kind of pacing around the room, and he's like, okay, voice, what do you have to say about yourself now? What are you, just fiction in my brain? Am I going crazy? What is this? I don't understand why any of this is happening. Is this a forgotten one? I don't know. Come on.
All you hear is the gentle sounds of squeaking.
Okay. I was actually going to ask if you were talking out loud, Caius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That was the idea.
Yeah. Okay.
The squeaking is coming from beneath you, Pug. There are other rats.
Oh yeah, it's fine. There, I met some friends on the way here. So I'm gonna go up through the grate, and when Caius sees me, I'm just gonna go like this to try and attract his attention.
Wait, I wasn't looking. Can you show me what you're gonna do?
This, because
a rat's gonna do this.
Yeah, with his little claws.
That's
And-
that's so weird. I know someone who did that once in a dream I had. That's so funny.
I'm gonna go to the corner here, and well, maybe here because I don't want to destroy whatever's there.
I was starting to get lonely. I have a friend here now. Hello, Mr. Rat.
And I'm gonna transform back into Pen Bear.
Oh
When
my
you make
God.
the attempt, you are unable.
This is the best day ever. I have a pet rat.
So, okay,
I grabbed the rat.
Eric, could you keep your tongue in your mouth, please?
Okay, so I'm not casting or I'm not doing well shape. I'm removing it. I'm basically like it's
Dropping this.
You're
Yeah,
unable to
I'm-
drop it.
even that I can't do. Okay. I guess I'm Kai's pet now.
While you are in the cells, there are wards against anything magic happening in this cell block. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Yeah, so I'll just put you on, oh, stop running around. Come on. You just sit up there, buddy. Yeah, just
Get
go
into
home up
my
there.
belly. Sorry.
Yeah. and I keep going like this, like trying to go back to my original form, and Kai is probably
That's
starts
so
seeing a little bit of a little flicker of fear in the red's eyes because I don't want to get stuck that way. But yeah, I guess I am on Kai's shell, and
Calm down, little guy. Calm down. You're gonna have a heart attack.
yeah.
Do you
I
try
think,
to say
Kais
anything
would
to
actually think
Kais?
that he's doing charades or something.
Well, I do the thing where I talk to animals that I've learned how to do, but magic doesn't seem to work, I guess. So nothing happens.
Pug,
and
do you try to talk to him?
I guess he's not that smart, but
I want to hear what the rat's voice would sound like.
cute though.
I don't know. I don't know what a rat sounds like.
Try to give him some of
like-
the leftovers that Yor brought me too.
Does he sound
And-
like Mr. Whispers?
Mr. No, not really. I'm an actual rat. I'm not.
Okay, so
Yeah,
all he hears is squeak, 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 squeak.
yeah, that didn't work out. I thought I would at least be able to turn back into myself. Cool.
The frustrated rat.
Yeah,
Calm down,
just like
little buddy.
looking at my claws and just like.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go if you're not gonna just chill, okay?
So time is passing. Another 5 minutes passes. So if any of you want to talk to Caius before the trial, or if you want to gather together and talk, review, I can. If you want to just go to the courtroom and you can discuss the trial there, sitting at the table for the three of you, Caius, Azrael, and Yora, I believe it was decided on. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, unless they want to call us as witnesses, but we're not gonna be in the.
You will be in the
not-
courtroom, but
Yeah.
the way the courtroom is there's the throne at the back of the chamber, and then there's on the right is a table that seats 3 for the prosecution, on the left for the defense. In the
Okay.
middle and slightly more toward the bottom of the screen is a chair for witnesses to sit in as they testify.
Got
And
it.
then
So-
surrounding the whole area are kind of like bleacher seating, stone benches.
But we're not trying to convince a jury. We're trying to convince a king.
Right. But you also need to keep in mind that the king is as much a subject of his people as the people are subjects to the
Yeah.
king.
Yeah. Court of popular opinion and all that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it wouldn't be like say the NFL Pro Bowl where it's strictly by popularity, but
Yeah. Yeah.
When I asked what he was being charged with, did anybody answer me?
yes, murder.
Just straight up murder. Okay.
Red rum.
That was one of my daughter's first words, thanks to my best friend.
Red rum.
Mm-hmm.
What's it? Are you able to say on the stream what it means?
It's murder backwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
You've
Shining.
never seen The
Yeah.
Shining or read the book?
Somebody has never watched.
I never
or
read the
The
book,
Shining.
but I haven't seen the movie since I was a kid, so
It's all right.
Never read or seen it either.
or teenager. Well, I was a kid then.
They had
too.
movies back then?
I'm still
Yeah.
a kid. Well, yeah, I mean they were silent pictures, but yeah, they had them.
You had to watch them on like a Nickelodeon.
Mm.
You had
So-
to hold the crank.
Would you all like? No, it was more like flick the pages of a book.
Mm.
So-
Flip book. I like it.
So
Could have been worse. It could have been cave drawings. I mean, you know.
I
That
should
was
have
his
gone
parent.
there. So, anyways, would y'all prefer to continue to the courtroom, or would you prefer to discuss things here?
Well, I think Yor and Azrael are off making some kind of plan. I don't want to be sitting here talking about our defense, like in the middle of a room full of all of these other people.
They won't listen.
That's not trustworthy.
Well, you could roll a group stealth.
I mean,
and,
I'm sure
and the
that there's.
average would mean you can't be heard.
Okay, here's the thing about I feel like with rolling stealth in the middle of a room with people watching you. You don't just like duck down and hide on the floor and then, oh, where did Yora go? Good job. Like I feel like that's not really how that's going to play out in my head. So I would rather
I mean, there are
Yor-
separate areas of the rooms here, of the big main room here, where you could kind of move aside from everybody. Or we could go to the courtroom and you have absolutely no privacy.
Okay, if there's no other privacy, then Yora is gonna come over here and just hush things with Azrael and just be comfort to Caius. And if we have any questions, we can ask him anything. I don't really know.
Oh.
So I think the first part is that Caius did not intend to do any of this.
Right, which is murder.
That's what he should stick to. We should bring up the points of what constitutes murder, which I have them all listed out. We can read them for everybody's listening pleasure. After that, prove what he did and why he did what he did, which was trying to defeat those. One was the council member that was posing, or it was the shadow dragon, and the what was it? The water
The
thing.
water creature, yeah.
The water creature.
It was a water weird, but
Water weird. Okay.
Yeah. Or
So
you
if
could
he's
just
being
call
charged
it
with
water
murder,
creature.
he's not walking out of there being charged with murder. We can definitely get that off.
You're gonna get him
Yeah.
off?
Gonna get him off, exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. This is Caius's first conjugal visit.
Oh, good lord.
So you're really trying to
Got
make
it.
sure he gets a happy ending here, then?
Oh,
Oh my god, I
guys.
hit a 21 and I noticed that there is a rat on Caius' shoulder flailing its claws around trying to attract their attention. Caius, who is your new friend there?
Is he on mute?
Can't hear you, Greg.
Oh, this guy. His name's Ratty. Ratty McRat.
Are you sure? Because it's doing the pen bear hands. I thought we've all learned to identify the pen bear hands.
Yes, that's
And
what
no one
he's
has seen
doing.
pen bear here
That
this
is
entire
fucking
time.
So weirder.
Pen bear, is that you?
No. Oh my god, mind blown. 8-foot master of not being 8 foot as well. Jeez. It's incredible. So
Pen Bear, what
joke.
kind of movements are you making at them while they're saying this?
I'm just. There's really nothing that I can do.
You
Because,
see the rat shrug.
this
Yeah,
feels
just like-
feels weird now. I mean, knowing that you're you.
Well, Caius, I'm sure he just wanted to offer a little bit of comfort while you're here. He's apparently the only one who was creative enough and talented enough to be able to get in there with you. I don't really know how. Where did you pick him up at?
He popped out of the grate.
Wait, the pea grate?
Oh, I gave him smooches. Oh no.
Here's
Oh no.
use some of your water.
Caius, give me a Constitution save.
Oh. No offense.
I guess this is a great time to say that we were given, the whole party was given 100 gold while we're
Oh.
in jail from Jeremy. Thank
Who
you,
is the
Jeremy.
party
Thank you.
treasurer?
I am
Yeah.
technically.
I don't know. We should probably redo gold in a little bit to make sure everything's divided up in case someone tries to steal money from us.
Or gets beheaded in a trial.
Also,
yeah, that too.
Draconicus gifted a subscription
Or-
to Cam the Fog Pal.
Woohoo!
Or if somebody can't turn back from being a rat.
Ooh.
Oh, that
Okay.
was on the 31st.
There you
Yeah.
go. 18.
But
18 Constitution.
Okay, you smell a foul stench coming from this rat that's on you, and you did notice when you picked it up that it was a little moist. And now
oh no.
your hands smell a little
No.
uh,
Peter.
potent,
You didn't have to do that.
but it isn't something that's going to make you sick.
It is though. It's gross.
Hey, I didn't
least it
go
was
through the
after I
sewers.
ate.
Huh?
At least it was after I ate. Yeah, so we might want to get you cleaned up there, Pen Bear. I didn't. It's kind of weird, that, yeah. So, good joke. Come back to, anytime.
And I'm just gonna point at myself, and then with my little claws, I'm just gonna try and make like.
Oh, you can't big. You're stuck small? Oh, wow, that's funny. And kind of not good. No, that's not good. Hopefully. Well, has that ever happened before? I bet you this jail cell has something to do with that. That makes sense. That's why I can't hear you, because I can talk to animals now. I hear. It's weird. Animals think some weird things. But yeah, you've been quiet, so that makes sense. Okay. Well,
Okay, the only thing that
it's
you're gonna
nice to
hear
see
is
you.
the squeaks, I guess.
It's nice to see you, Pepe. I mean, yeah. Too bad I don't know mouse sign language.
This is adorable, Caius, but you should really think about talking to your counsel.
Oh. Yeah.
You're
so
going to
guys,
trial in less than half an hour.
You should probably take Penbear with you. I don't know unless it's okay if you want to stay, but
I don't see Penbear anywhere. It's like, this smells disgusting.
I handed the dirt covered rat. Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna stay with you.
Caius,
Okay.
Caius, when you said the voice told you, it's not it's the new voice that talks to you.
Well, I mean, I was getting ready to take my oath when we left,
Right.
but I figured this was part of my, the final part of my training to really become a paladin was to take you on your journey. So when I returned home, I would become a paladin. But now, like, along the journey somewhere, I just assumed that the Forgotten One had noticed that I was doing it and had started helping me. Maybe it wasn't what I expected as what God was, but finally I was getting some confirmation that I was doing something good. That's why I stuck with it. I kept going with you guys, and I'm glad I did. I mean, it got us this far, but now I don't understand how it's all turning. It's all changing somehow. Everything's getting worse all of a sudden.
And you're sure that your Forgotten One is actually a good thing? A bad thing?
Wow, how could... Turtles aren't bad. The Forgotten One was the one who protected us. He just wanted to protect turtles. That was basically... That's his thing, really. There's a lot of stuff, really, but nobody really knows exactly what he believes in, but we all were taught. I mean, he's the Forgotten One after all, but we were taught he was long ago the great protector of turtles, and so I've never heard from him until with you guys, but I thought it was him. I don't see any reason why he would be messing with us.
Right.
Maybe
Right.
This was all meant to happen somehow.
Incidentally, Caius, for the first time in a long time, you also feel separated from the source of power within your amulet, which has been removed. But even when it's off you, you would feel something, but you don't feel anything as a result. No connection to it at all.
That's why I'm not really feeling much here either. That's why I'm assuming the same reason Penbear can't change back into I'm glad, actually, because if you decide to do that on my back, it's not going to be comfortable. So just make sure you get down first. But I don't want to squish you either, so be careful. What happens if you get squished here? Oh no. Do you want to climb in the shadow? There's room back there. I've been losing weight.
Are you asking Penbear to come inside of you?
For his own protection.
Quit. I'm out. Game over.
If
Eric?
anything goes down, I'm just saying there's a space where you're safe if you need it.
Just a couple of squeaks, and I'll stay on your shoulder for now.
Caius, just in case, I think the best, and Azrael brought up the fact that if we can tell them that your forgotten one told you to do it, or said that it was going to be okay. Do you want them? Is it okay if they know about that? Like, because we can maybe try like a religious defense.
I mean, whatever you guys think is best. I trust you. I don't trust myself right now. I haven't made many good decisions lately. I was thinking about eating Pen Bear a couple minutes ago.
Please don't.
Squeak.
Before I found out you were Pen Bear. Don't worry.
Sorry. That was before he smelled you.
Okay. I think we need to know what we're going to do, right, Azrael? We have everything.
Yep. Ready.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take an early break, and when we come back, everyone will be in the courtroom, including Sir Penbear.
Quick!
And by the way, Captain Farnett has entered the chamber, and he is signaling to the guards, and the dwarves have a set of shackles to put on Caius to lead him to the courtroom. These shackles have runes etched into them, and they will ask you all to leave the cell area there where you're blocking the door.
Absolutely not. Okay.
And then they will open the bars, and they will go in, and they will put the shackles on him and lead him out. And when we come back from our break, we will all be in the courtroom, and the trial of Caius shall begin. So
You broke me with that Sir Penbear. Squeak!
and we'll be right back in about 15. Thank you, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are now in the courtroom. Yay! Greg, could you introduce your character real quick? I figure we may as well get it in.
I was Caius, eater of spiders. I ate many spiders in my days as a turtle.
Figured we get one last introduction in for you just in case. So, alrighty. So you are all assembled into the royal chambers, or not chambers, but the throne room, which has been arranged for the trial. Sitting on the throne is King Runkberez, king of the dwarves, and standing on his right-hand side is Princess Aranel, the new ruler of the elves. Next to her is Captain Farnett, and behind them is the human soldier, Philip Lehane. Farnett and Lehane are there to make sure the princess is protected. And there's a small assembly of people in the chambers. Lazarus is also here. Anyways, the king will rise from his throne and he says, "We have before us the decision to determine the guilt or the innocence of Caius, eater of spiders and paladin of Total Wharf. Normally, more time would be provided to prepare for a trial such as this, but we've got dragons breathing down our necks and a war to plan. So hear this. I shall brook no shenanigans in this court. If anyone steps out of line, I will not hesitate to lock them up until this trial is finished. Am I clear?" And he looks around at the assembly, and then he says, "Very well. We shall begin with the accused, Sir Caius, paladin of Total Wharf. How do you plea?"
Caius looks over at Yora.
You're gonna have to let him know what he's being charged with before you ask him how he please, Your Majesty.
All right. I'm not a lawyer here, so okay. The accused.
Wait, you're not a lawyer?
Peter, am not a lawyer. Okay. I have one for a close friend, though. I should have had her do this. So, you are accused of murder, Caius. How do you plea?
I still look at Yora.
Asriel Mount,
No.
not guilty.
No. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Very well. We shall begin with the opening statement of the prosecution, to be followed by the opening statement of the defensive representatives of Sir Caius. This will be followed by presentation of evidence. Neither side may interrupt the other during opening statements. He looks over everyone.
So when did the opening statement start?
Very well. Prosecution, you may begin. And on the right side of the map, at the table there, the man in the center stands. Strangely enough, he's human. Not dwarf, not elf. he stands and he says, "My lord, King Ronk Perez, I honor you." And he bows. Caius of Turtle Wharf stands accused of killing 5 elven council members, the only ones remaining after the invasion of Melanador, and 5 dwarven devoted guardsmen. He also severely wounded several elven guards. Whether he intended to do so or not, the evidence will show that he is indeed responsible for his actions, and the prosecution is seeking the maximum punishment to be placed
No, that's true.
upon him.
That's all wrong.
Sir Caius, please do not interrupt the prosecution.
Well, he's lying.
Your side will have its opportunity.
So we both lie about it, and then you decide who's telling the most truth. Is that the?
I think right now
What kind of court does this? This is stupid.
this is kind of a kangaroo court of sorts. So right now, I think we just need to play along and play by the rules, and we let Azrael and I talk.
Oh, I'm really glad you guys are doing this now. Okay. Sorry.
The prosecution continues. It began this morning when the body of Evanu Trulaire, king of the elves, was discovered by his daughter, along with the bodies of his 3 guardsmen. Was Caius involved in the great king's death? We do not believe so. However, it is the reason that he and his companions were present at the time of the incident. As we understand it, Your Majesty, the person responsible for the king's death was Councillor Mersoni Isoban, or rather, the shadow dragon who stole his form. The shadow dragon also summoned some form of water creature out of the pool located at the center of the outer chamber. A battle, of course, ensued, and in the process the accused used this artifact, and he raises the necklace that Caius used at the time, to release a ball of fire into the center of the chamber. It exploded and killed the council, the dwarven guards, and wounding many others. 4 elven guards and the companions of the accused survived this blast, and only 1 dwarven guard. Thankfully, due to the wounds from the fireball, the assistance of his companions, the shadow dragon and its creature of water were defeated. That, however, does not absolve the accused of the charges against him. To further illustrate his guilt, the accused attempted to flee, making his way toward the door, which makes one wonder if Caius himself was in league with the dragon. Thank you. And he sits, and King Runk says, "Representative of the accused, you may begin your opening statement." And
Hey, members of the court, go ahead.
yes.
No, you were still saying something, so I didn't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so members of the court and your highness, we are going to disprove that this was in fact murder. We're going to call numerous witnesses to testify on Caius's behalf, and pretty much say what you're claiming was out of best intentions by Caius, and it just went afoul.
And is that the completion of your opening statement?
Yes.
Very well. Prosecution, you may call your first witness. And A guard stands up from behind the prosecution and makes his way over to the chair, the witness chair. Now, please state your name. My name is Dantore, Elven Scout and Guard of the King. And were you present at the time of the infraction? Yes, I was. I was burned badly by the fireball. But it was a state of chaos. The water creature was attacking us. The dragon was attacking us. Right there in the very palace, in your palace, my king. Never mind that. Tell us what you witnessed of the accused actions. Oh, well, we were holding our own against the dragon and the water creature when suddenly a great ball of flame flew past us and struck the water creature and exploded. The entire chamber erupted in flames practically, and when the flames faded, many were dead. The dragon was severely wounded, and the water creature was dead. That is all the questions I have. Oh, except for one. Did you see, by chance, who released this ball of fire into the center of the chamber? No, I did not. It came from behind myself and those with me. And very well. Defense, the witness is yours. And you may ask him questions.
Yours gonna stand up and say, just for clarification, you did not see this turtle here cast the fireball that went that way. Just clarifying that.
No, I did not. Not with my own eyes, but we all know who did it.
It's speculation.
Alas, you are right.
And
Can you repeat that again? That we're right?
I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that again, that we're right?
Yes, you are right. I did not see him with mine own eyes.
Then that's it. Thank you. And she sits back down.
And the elf walks back to his place where he was sitting. And the prosecution stands again. I call now Billock, the dwarf. And this dwarf makes his way to the witness chair. Yeah.
Are you sure you asked them enough questions, Agora? I mean, I'm starting to get nervous here.
They're trying to prove that you're the one who committed murder. If they didn't see you do it, then I don't even know what the point of that person being on the stand was.
Seeds of doubt. Good job.
The man on the prosecution says, Billock, you were present during the battle against the dragon? Yeah, I was there, all right. And he looks toward Caius with anger in his eyes. And did you witness this fireball that Dantore suggested struck the center of the room? Yeah, I saw it, and I saw where it came from. Wait until you are asked. Where were you standing when the fireball struck the center of the room? Well, I was just north of the fountain and off to the side, just out of reach of the flames. And were you in a position to see who cast this spell that took so many lives? Aye, I saw it. It was him, and he points at Caius. He touched this thing around his neck, and then the flames flew forth. And a sphere of flames just struck the center of the room. And then my brother was dead, along with my friends. So you witnessed him casting this spell. I don't know if it was a spell or not. All I know is he killed my brother and friends. Very well. Thank you. Defense, the witness is yours. And he sits down.
Am I asking the questions this time? I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have any.
Ruh-roh.
Well, because so we'll stand up. Did you? Excuse me, sir, whose name I've already forgotten. Did
Elok.
you Elok? Elok?
I'll put it in chat.
Elok. So you say, I don't even know what chat you put that in. There we
Roll
go.
20.
Billock. Okay. Billock. You say that you saw him do something that produced a flaming sphere of fire in the middle of the room. Yes?
Yes, I saw it.
And how do you think a turtle is able to produce any sort of flame that can go into the middle of a room?
Well, I'm
That
a
you can
simple
go
soldier.
anywhere.
I'm a simple soldier. I don't know how magic works. All I know is that he touched that thing around his neck, and then the flames burst forth.
Well, wasn't there already a sphere of fire in the middle of the room?
No, there was this water creature.
But DM hadn't Pug cast flaming sphere before the fireball went out, so there was already a flaming sphere in the room.
I'm sorry, say that again.
In the battle, Pug had already cast, or Pug Penbear had already cast flaming sphere, so there was already a flaming sphere in the middle of the room.
I thought he cast bonfire.
Oh, it was a flaming sphere.
So there was
Flaming
already
sphere.
a flaming sphere in the room.
Well, I forgot about that.
Oh, so you conveniently forget that there was just another round of fire coming from somewhere, and you just dare assume that it came from someone that you've already admitted that you don't know works, so you're just making assumptions?
Well, that first fire didn't kill any of my friends or my brother.
You don't know which fire caused which thing to happen to which person, do you? Because
Yes, I do.
according to your own admission, you're a simple soldier who doesn't know how magic works.
Do I have to listen to this, my king?
You have to answer the questions that I pose, don't you? That's the whole point of this, right?
Answer
If they're
the
going to be
questions,
calling,
Billock.
if they're going to be,
Fine. There were two sets of flame, but it was the second set of fire that exploded and caused the most damage, and that was cast by your friend.
I'm sorry, sir, but if you can't even convince me that you knew how many fires were in the room, I'm not sure I can believe that you know exactly which fire came from where. and I'm gonna sit down.
He crosses his arms and huffs a little bit. And the king leans forward. Billock, you are excused. And Billock stands abruptly and almost tips the chair over and then returns to his station. Defense, you may call your next witness.
The rat on Caius' shoulder will just go like this, and then there's just 2 thumbs up to Yura.
Oh, okay.
So wait, is the rat there and Penbear is not? Because right now the rat and Penbear are on the map.
Yeah, Penbear shouldn't be there.
Oh,
Just remove it. There you go.
so the prosecution stands again. And now, I call to the stand what's your name again, sir? I need an elven name.
My name is Trius.
Not you.
Oh.
Anyways, he calls another elf to the stand. And don't use the fact that the DM can't remember this guy's name for a defense. Okay?
Oh,
Well,
I'm
Which
using
way?
everything against the DM.
While there were 2 pen bears, since we stopped anyways, while there were 2 pen bears, I was thinking, like, you're mastering the art of rat stroke projection.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, yeah, I have to tell them that joke. It's too good.
That was
So-
a good one.
That was a good one.
But
That
Solace,
was a good one.
Back to elf names.
Solace, the elven dwarf, elven guard, takes his seat.
Elven dwarf.
Yeah.
And I put the name in the Roll20 chat for you, Jen.
Wait, is an elven dwarf a human?
It's an elven god.
It's a half elf, but with elf and a dwarf.
That sounds like the ugliest creature I've ever.
Oh my
Delph.
god.
That's a human.
Delph.
So a mix between an elf and a dwarf is a human. Why
Yeah.
humans are ugly.
Straight
Just,
up.
it balances it all out.
That's literally where humans come from in some mythology.
So the prosecution turns to the elf in the chair. Sorry, I just had elf on a shelf pop through my head. And says, Solace, tell us, what did you experience at this point in time? And Solace says, well, we were fighting this water creature, which I had now come to understand that it was a water weird, summoned by the dragon. But at the time, we were focusing, myself and the other elves, we were focusing our weapons upon the water creature and battling it. And did you witness the accused actions? Well, no, my back was turned. As I said, I was fighting the water creature. However, I did witness and felt the heat singe my hair as it flew past my head and struck the water creature, exploding practically in my face. Why, if I grew facial hair, it would have singed it. Singed it, yeah. Oh, that sounds horrible. Tell me, how do you know the accused is responsible for casting this spell? Well, I cannot speak to his innocence or guilt. I can only speak to the damage that was done by the fireball. You yourself held the necklace that came from the accused, so I suppose it is up to King Ronk to decide if he is guilty or innocent. And the Prosecution sighs and goes, "Oh, very well. The witness is yours, defense."
Sure, it's gonna stand up.
Yora,
Yes.
just so you know, when I threw the bead, it was just a bead the whole time, and then it was a fireball. It didn't
When
like
it got to
burn.
the middle of the room, right?
It was a bead, and it fell into the fountain, and then it blew up. There's no fireball flying across the room. You're making everything up. They're all lying. At least if they're like, we should all be telling the truth here. It doesn't make sense. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, then my other comments about the other person didn't make any sense either, about there being multiple fires. It's okay, we'll get it. I destroyed him. I'll destroy this one too. So question, you said that it was obvious that the dragon is the one who, summoned the water weird. How did you come to gain that knowledge? Because no one else here has heard that at all.
Well, I saw. We elves are familiar with magic. Well, in the most simplest forms at least. And I saw the dragon while it was in, the counselor's form, shall we say. I saw him make the hand symbols that form the spell to summon the creature.
So you saw him summon a creature, but you didn't see our friend here throwing a bead into the water causing an explosion. So what's your point here also?
Was
To
it
charge my friend here with murder with the intent to cause bodily harm and death to anyone?
I cannot speak to his intent, but as far as the bead of fire or whatnot, it happened so quickly. As I said, I merely felt it as it went past me and exploded so quickly. Perhaps it was a bead, perhaps it was a ball of fire. I don't know, but I know that it came from behind me.
And who else was behind you? Did you happen to see who else was coming in that general area? Down that general hallway?
Well, I believe there were several members of your party.
Man,
Captain
seems like-
Farnett.
that
Others?
seems like a really great head count of people from the other side of the room through a water weird and a dragon person. And yet you're able to tell me that you got a head count of everyone there, but not whether or not my friend threw a bead. Thank you. And she sits down.
Okay, so he rises and goes back to where he was seated. He was somewhere around there. And finally, the prosecution states that is all of the surviving witnesses that I shall be calling, my lord, your majesty. And King Ronk turns to you and says, "Defense, would you like to bring any witnesses up to the stand for yourself?"
Hey, you check roll 20 when you get the chance.
Yeah, I saw it. Okay. Will the offense? Oh, your Majesty. I'm sorry. I just received a note of another witness that has come forward. If I may call this person to the stand. And the king looks toward Yora and Azrael questioningly, and then says, "Oh, very well, we must get a good test. We must know everything."
I'm sorry, we were not given an updated witness list. We need a recess.
Very well. Take 5. And
They haven't even done proper discovery. Like, what is this?
I am pulling on all my law and order knowledge from years and years.
Dun dun.
so you can discuss.
Mhm.
Consider it private. No one's going to overhear ya. You're whispering.
Kai,
Who's he
is
calling?
there... I don't know. Has any... I don't... Our whole entire party is not even here and accounted for. Hopefully someone's doing something good somewhere else. Caius, is there anyone in particular that you want us to call or start calling? Because Azrael's thinking Captain Farnet and the princess, they're good to... I mean,
Character witnesses.
yeah,
Yeah,
they were
that'd be good.
they were there in the beginning. Is there anyone else?
Where
By the way,
they could go to Total War.
I'll give you our updated witness list.
just wait a second. While you are discussing this, one of the men at the prosecution table comes over and slips Azrael a note with the name of the witness. That
We've
they
been
will be
traveling for
calling
so
to the
long.
stand.
We don't really. We
The
haven't stayed
note is
anywhere
folded
long
up.
enough.
And he places it in your hand and smiles down at him, then turns away knowingly and goes back to his table. Like, do you read the
Okay,
name on it?
I'll unfold it and read it.
The name on the note is Saldana.
Yours
I'll
gonna
show it. I'll show it to Yora.
yours gonna look around the room for Saldana.
Where's it?
I'll pass him the paper.
So why is everybody being so dramatic about that?
Is she in the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a dwarven guard between your table and her. She is sitting slightly back from the table and south.
I just want to do an insight check onto like her
On what?
body language.
Okay. Tell me what you roll. You can roll live, physical, or...
I'm gonna roll my big boy. 14 plus and 2, so 16.
She is looking very pained and distraught right now.
Does she look Yora in the eye?
Yeah. For a moment, and then she looks away.
Caius turns to try to look back and see, but as soon as she sees that, or Caius sees that Yora is, looking at Saldana and stuff, and Saldana's there, and can't even look at her and turns away. Just puts his head down.
And Yora's gonna grab Caius's hand and give it a little squeeze. She's really hurting right now. I'm sure I'm sure she has a lot of very conflicting emotions right now that we will have to deal with later. One of her biggest duties is to her kingdom and her king, so I'm sure this is only this is coming more from a sense of duty than it is anything against you, Caius. Whether this is right or not, this is how you're spinning it to Caius.
Okay.
No, I understand. I do not blame her one bit. Perhaps maybe someone will tell the truth. I don't know.
Do you want to get up on the stand and explain yourself? That's not usually recommended, but sometimes.
I don't know. I'll trust your judgment. I mean, I just want to get out of here. I want to go home.
Azrael?
Well, so far they have no witnesses proving that he's the one that did it.
Right.
So I say let Saldana get on the stand, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do from that point. But let's call either the princess or Farnat to be a character witness. And after that's over, I mean, if they're still saying that he did it, at least it's not
But
murder.
how can they possibly be saying it was him? No one that they've even called has been able to identify it being him beyond a reasonable doubt. This whole thing is ridiculous. But yes, okay. Yes.
I mean, if anything is guilty, it's the necklace.
That's our story and we're sticking to it. Caius?
Well, I mean, kind of, yeah. They told me it would be smaller than that. Then it should have warned me it would do that. It said it would defend me. I'd find it useful.
By the
That's
way,
kind of-
Jen, I need you to roll 3 charisma checks.
Like, that doesn't sound like something that...
Persuasion.
It should come with a warning, you know? Like, this will blow up an entire room. No, like, you don't just give somebody that and say this might help someday.
First one is 13 plus 8, so it's 21. Second one is 18. Third one is 18.
Okay. So, court is called back into session, and the prosecution stands up and says, I call Saldana to the stand, please. And
And Saldana will slowly make her way to the stand.
okay. Saldana, were you present when the event transpired?
I was.
And tell me, what did you witness?
Well, first, when the fight first broke out, Caius and I were busy investigating, trying to figure out what happened to the king. Caius was able to get to the fight before me, and I saw him make a throwing motion and then an explosion.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that last line for those who could not hear?
I saw him make a throwing motion and then an explosion.
I see. What do you think he was doing or what do you know he was doing at that moment?
When he was throwing, I believe he was throwing a either gem from his necklace that created a fireball.
I see. Did you see the gem fly away from him?
I was about 30, 20 feet or so behind him, so I may not have been able to see the exact gem, but I saw him reach for his necklace and make a throwing motion.
And is there anything else you would like to share with those present?
I believe he is a shadow dragon and is with the enemy.
Voices raised from all around the chamber. A shadow dragon? Here? Two of the guards moved close behind Caius, and they had their axes already in both hands ready in case Caius tries anything.
Yes, you see, before we arrived in Milanador, we were traveling from the home of my friend Trius, Milanador, and in our travel to there, one night, Caius, or the person who I've known as Caius, transformed, and when he transformed, he looked exactly like the dragons that attacked my city and destroyed my people, and then attacked again and killed my king.
Voices raised all around the chamber. The king says, "Silence! I will not brook such chaos in these proceedings. Continue, Saldana. Tell me more."
Well, that's the only time that he is transformed into it, but from my understanding, they can transform into any other creature. So my belief is that he has been posing as Caius. I know not how long, but it seems it was able to get him in time, and he was able to kill my people.
The prosecution looks at the king. "Your Majesty, if this is true, then he may very well be in league with the dragons, as he could indeed be a dragon. I ask for the maximum sentence, and I don't rest my case, but for this phase of the trial, I'm finished. The defense may question the witnesses." And he sits down, looking very pleased with himself.
Caius is just kind of like frozen in place, feeling very goosebumpy. Looking around.
Yours gonna stand up, and she's gonna go to Saldana.
Okay.
Can she give Saldana a hug first?
That would be witness tampering.
Okay, that's fine.
Witness pampering.
Saldana would also shy away.
And yours gonna turn around towards the king. Your Honor, we're not here to judge. This is not a trial about what Caius is or is not. We are here to judge whether he, in cold blood, murdered these people. The definition of murder, or, well, not definition, but one of the
Requirements?
Requirements, there we go. One of the requirements for murder is intent.
Didn't you guys work on the closing statements, Azrael?
She's gonna turn back towards Saldana. Saldana, have you ever seen Caius do anything with any intent to harm anyone that was not for the good of the protection of our group?
Caius, the real Caius, or that one?
The Caius that's been with us this entire time.
I have not.
At any time before this, Saldana, would you have stated, would you consider Kaya someone that has fought by your side, who has traveled with you for for over a month? Potentially a friend, someone that you could trust?
Yes, but I can't say I've trusted him ever since he transformed.
That has anything besides the transformation? Has anything else changed with Caius? Caius that you know, Caius that has the Caius that was there before the transformation. Has it changed after that?
Not that I know of.
And if you were behind him, how can you tell that he was reaching from anything from around his neck? Or it could have taken it out of the back of his shell, or off of his whatever else he carries, his backpack, or whatever Caius has on him.
I saw his arm move and couldn't see his hand when he moved. That usually means they're reaching up in front of him. Whether he was reaching for his neck or not, you're right, I couldn't say that for sure. But after he did whatever he did with his arm, he then made a throwing motion.
And we'll start walking back, unless Azrael has any other questions for her.
Other questions?
Caius, you may take your seat.
Are we winning?
I mean, not Caius.
Saldana, you mean?
Saldana, yeah. I saw your expression and I'm like, wait, what'd I say? Saldana, you may take your seat.
Saldana will go back to her seat, avoiding eye contact of every single person in the party.
Hey, Pen Bear.
Squeak.
I really appreciate you, keeping me company, but maybe Saldana needs you more. Whatever happens to me here, I'm okay with it. I mean, even if they're misguided with all their information, I did hurt those people, so don't worry about me. Take care of her.
Okay. So I'm just gonna give a couple of taps on your shell and nod, like in comfort, and just I'm gonna go down your shell and
Do
go
a
toward.
little fist bump.
And go towards Saldana, which I don't know if she knows that it's me.
Squish.
So even then, like that's the thing. I don't know if I want to move too much across like people and not.
Well, I'm assuming you're the master of stealth, and
Well,
you're only
yeah,
6
but
inches, so the 8-inch master of stealth.
yeah, I guess I'll,
And
I'll
as
go
you're
with-
standing next to one of the dwarven guards behind.
Nope, no, I'm not. No, not. Yeah. So I'll just go in front of Saldana and just like slowly and just try to see what's her reaction.
He sees the rat and then looks incredibly confused.
And okay, I'll get a little bit closer and just like go a bit faster. Just hey, I'm here. Squeak, squeak.
Stomp.
He's just gonna I think because she would have been in the cell, but as soon as her face step didn't work, she left.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to remember when everyone figured out when you were the rat, if she knows if you're the rat or not.
I think it was after you left.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you would realize that it's me or not.
Yeah.
That's up to you. Like, I'm just trying to get your attention, and
I don't think she does. She would see the rat. You can clearly see in her eyes.
yeah.
that it is
Oh
a
yeah,
very-
because over here in the chat, he says Saldana's leaving the room, and then that's when.
Yeah.
That's when we
Okay.
did the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were
Okay.
gone.
Okay, so yeah, if there's no reaction, or if I see that you're confused in that, I'll just go back to Caius and just shrug, and there's nothing I can do.
Not at you two, eh? Yeah, maybe she needs some time.
And Pin Bear, as you climb up on his shoulder, you glance at the guards behind him, and one of them is staring down at you with its head cocked and an eyebrow raised, like, "What is that rat doing?" type of expression. Is that
I'm
his
just,
pet?
I'm just a regular rat. Nothing to see here.
I'm just a chef.
Okay, so
Just a rat on the shoulder of a turtle.
Yeah.
defense, you may call your witnesses.
Would like to call Captain Fernat.
Okay. Captain Farnett steps forward and takes the witness seat.
Captain Fernat, could you explain to us what you've seen Caius do prior to all of these events? Specifically, what happened in the tavern?
At the Overland Inn? Why, of course.
Yes.
The Sir Caius, along with all 5 of you, were essential in the survival of my friend the king and, of course, Princess Aranel at the time. 3 dragons attacked us in that inn. The entire city was under attack, and if not for you 5, we in the inn may not have made it and survived.
During that time, did you see Caius ever perform arcane magic, specifically fire?
No, I did not.
Why do you think that is?
I could not speak to it except to say that magic has been limited for quite a while now, since the day of sacrifice. So perhaps he did not have the power. Perhaps something has changed. I cannot say. It would be pure speculation on my part.
Okay, but you called him Sir Caius, right? So he's a paladin, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Paladins have divine magic. That's not arcane.
That is true. And I happen to know that the Turtle people are an honorable people under most circumstances.
Okay, so he spent all this time defending your people, carrying one of them out of harm's way, and he's been nothing but gentle to everyone around him, right?
Except for our enemies, yes.
Yeah, well, your enemies have nothing to do with this. This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about murder.
You are correct.
Okay, so I have no further questions. I don't know if Yora does, or if you want to let the defense or the prosecution
No, yours.
ask.
Okay, I need both Yora and Azrael to roll a persuasion.
26.
Sheesh.
Yeah, my persuasion's bad. 5.
Oh. I was getting
Well,
confident.
you
there
ain't
for a
no
second.
Yora.
Oh.
He doesn't need to be a Yora to question them. Yora needed to be Yora to undermine all of the prosecution's witnesses.
So, the prosecution stands at the center of the prosecuting table, and he says, Captain Farnett, did you witness the event that transpired? And Farnett says, yes, I did. Where were you standing at the time? Why, I was actually... Let me double check my map here.
He's moved everyone around on that map, so the map may not be trustworthy either. Looks like the DM should have prepped more.
Farnett was there. I'm trying to remember where Caius was when he threw the fireball.
That's speculation.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
That wasn't the character.
Oh, it's all admissible at this point.
That's true.
I
gonna
believe
tell
I
him
was
that.
standing right next to Caius.
Believe, you don't know.
I was standing right next to Caius, who I respect. And the prosecution asks, oh, by the way, you can't ask questions. You already asked your questions.
No, you
Interjecting.
can redirect. Yeah.
Well, you must wait until your turn. So
Oh, there's no such
he
thing. You
says-
can interject as defense.
you can object.
Interject.
I object.
What do you object to?
The fact that you don't even know if you were there or not. You believed, now you do.
It was merely a figure of speech, my friend. I was there, and I was standing next to Sir Caius. And the prosecution says, I see. And did you happen to see the accused cause the fireball? Well, I saw him take a jewel from his necklace and hurl it to the center of the room where the water creature was, and it exploded. I see. And are you certain that you saw this? I am, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Very well. I have no further questions. Did you want to redirect?
That's the best defense attorney glasses ever.
Oh, Lord.
I
Okay,
just
so
want to
yeah,
say,
I will redirect. The hallway that you were standing in, how wide was it?
I was not standing in the hallway when the fireball went off. I had come out of my former friend's, King Trulaire's chambers, and I had come out into the main chamber to stand next to Caius at the time.
It's impossible because the hallway is only 5 foot wide. Two creatures cannot occupy the same square.
We were
And Caius
out
was
of
in
the
the hallway.
hallway.
Caius was in the hallway.
Azrael, sit down.
I'm trying to remember this.
I was in the
Yeah.
hallway right as soon as I exited the door. I threw it.
Oh, man. I have nothing further to say. Okay, so
Defense calls Lazarus.
by the
to
way,
stand.
Dave, roll a persuasion.
Has to be roll it really bad again? Sure.
At 20 on that one.
Look at
Oh,
that,
God,
7.
no.
Oh, high numbers now.
Okay. You may call your next witness. Oh, I need to move him off. Okay. Do you have any other witnesses?
Azrael.
You
Lazarus.
said you wanted to call Lazarus, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to get stuff moving. Lazarus, yeah, but you're still doing the questioning. You're so good at the questioning.
Lazarus stands. He was seated next to Sadana. And he coughs a little bit and makes his way to the witness chair and sits down. And you may question him.
Okay, so Lazarus, where were you during the entire event?
I was located within the chambers of Princess Aranel. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Retcon that. I was in the chambers of King Trulaire.
Okay, when you were in the chambers with the king, was Caius there?
Was he? I need a little
asking
memory
you.
refresher here, people.
Oh, you're okay. Yes, he was when you were in the chambers. Saldana
Yeah.
was there too, right?
Yes.
Okay, what was Caius and Saldana trying to do, or what are they trying to do?
They were trying to search for spells. Clues. Sorry, got tongue
Clues.
twisted.
Clues for what?
The cause of the death of the king and perhaps clues to who had committed the crime. I cannot speak to what was on their mind.
Of course not. I didn't ask you to. Okay, so what have you seen Caius do in the time that you've known him?
I've seen him fight for the lives of those around him.
So people that are part of this kingdom, correct?
Part of this kingdom and part of the Elven kingdom. And I
And he's
might
never caused
add
har-
that he was a good boy as he was growing.
So you've known him a long time then.
What
I
did you say?
checked in occasionally on Turtle Wharf, unbeknownst to him.
So you would say that he's of good character and standing.
I didn't even know that, Yorai.
Oh, most certainly.
You already have any other questions? You're on mute.
You're on mute. That
Muted.
looked like no.
No, I did not have it. Well, no, I was saying I do not have a very good insight check. Sorry, Caius. That was a 6 for an insight check. But
ask him a question? Court people?
No.
No, but you may whisper to Yora what you want to know.
How did you know where I came from? Ask him that, if you can.
Lazarus, you said that you went and visited Caius growing up on Turtle Wharf. Can you speak more to that?
Why, yes, I may. Caius, as with each of you, is a descendant from one of the 12 mages who sacrificed themselves on the day of sacrifice. In Saldana's case, well, I can't really say, but in the case of Caius, he was being protected and watched over by one of the Brotherhood of Prophets, as were each of you.
Man, that seems really strange considering we've all suffered great tragedy and loss.
Yes, isn't
Yeah.
it though?
Yeah, doesn't seem very right, does it? And in any of that time, have you ever seen Caius do anything that would harm anybody? Even when he was a child, not knowing he was not even a child. Even how long ago did we figure out when you told us, like, today, right? Not even 24 hours. He's had this knowledge that he's supposed to be some great prophesized.
I turn over to Azrael and I'm like, I've totally cut people's arms off before, but they were bad people.
Just don't mention that.
Yeah, Pinbear's just gonna go like
I
tap.
could tell you. Go ahead, Matthew.
I'm gonna tap Pinbear's tail and just like with my little claw on my rat face, just like shh.
Eric, by the way,
Bastard.
before I answer this question, what are you doing while all this has been happening?
Eric isn't doing anything.
I'm sorry, Trius.
Trius is attempting to sit quietly and respectfully until he's called upon.
Okay.
He understands how courtroom proceedings work.
Okay.
He will not be held in contempt.
Okay. Till he slaps the king.
Well, don't do anything worth being slapped over and you won't get slapped.
Man, I'm glad I don't meet you in person. I do a lot of stuff to get slapped for.
It's like Neo.
If you don't act right, you're going to get smacked right.
So Lazarus responds to yours question by saying, when Caius was young, he was a very loving lad, a gifting lad, you might say. He always had a heart to help people, and at least that was the reports I received when I visited. And since meeting him again in the last day or so, I have seen him do nothing but defend the lives of the innocent and of the noble. And he has fought against these dragons that the prosecution seems to think he is one of. And I could not disagree more.
How exactly do you know that Caius or any of us are indeed the prophesized these prophesized folks that are supposed to go out and save the world?
Well, whether you save the world is up entirely to you. However, on the day of sacrifice, we, Brotherhood of the Prophets, swore an oath to protect the lives of the children of the mages. And so each one of us was assigned to one of the descendants. Unfortunately, it has been 2 generations since then. And slowly, over the past year, all of the descendants and the brother prophets, have either disappeared or been murdered since then. Except you 6 seem to have survived. You are our last hope. And I believe that your decisions, whatever they may be, will be the right decisions that the prophecy needs you to make, because the prophecy lives through you, not through me, not through any other of us, but through the 6 of you. You are the prophecy, alive and walking the surface of Eridor.
And do you think such a great prophecy would lend itself to murdering a room full of people?
No, I do not. Not intentionally.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. And the prosecution, looking very... Azrael, did you want to ask anything else?
No, I'm good.
The prosecution, looking a little bit perturbed, stands up. Oh, kitten alert, kitten alert. Ooh, that's what we need to add to the channel points.
Hey, bub.
And the prosecution says, Lazarus, where have you been while these dragons seem to have been running amok and attacking? Oh man, that kitten is so cute.
Defense's secret weapon.
Over the past year, as you say, people have been dying. Descendants, your fellow prophets, where have you been in all this time? And Lazarus looks at him and says, I was seeking out, checking on each, and trying to find descendants that were still alive. And unfortunately, I was not able to reach these 6 before their families and the prophets guarding them were murdered. But thankfully, these 6 survived, and I believe one other that I have not yet identified. And the prosecution says, I see. And did you witness the accused taking the lives of the others? And Lazarus says, no, I did not. I was down the hall and in the back room, King Trulaire's personal chambers that have been assigned him. I did not witness the event as it transpired, but I did hear the struggles coming from the outer chamber. Very well, I have no more questions for you. King Runk looks to the defense. Do you have any more questions for him?
No, no further questions.
Very well. Lazarus, you may be seated, excused, or whatnot. And Lazarus goes back over next to Sadana and has a seat. Is that any more witnesses there?
I think we're ready to close.
You're not going to call Trius? Nope. Okay. So, poor Trius, left out. And so, the prosecution stands and says, Your Majesty, if we may continue with the next phase, you know there are other witnesses that can, shall we say, testify, but only through the use of your scepter. And King Runk looks down at his scepter of rulership and he says, I will allow 3 to be brought in. No more than that. So choose wisely, prosecution. And so the man next to him rushes out, next to the center prosecutor, rushes out of the room, and then comes back and sits down, and then guards come in with stretchers of the dead. 3 dead bodies on stretchers are carried in to the chambers, and they are laid in these locations. And King Runk speaks. My scepter will permit us to ask each of the deceased victims 5 questions. Each side, prosecution and defense, may ask 2 questions of a victim, and the final question will be asked by me. So I advise you to think carefully about what your questions will be for each victim. I must caution those faint of heart, for when the spell is cast, it will call forth an apparition from within the bodies of the victims. It can be disconcerting.
Without speaking, Trius stands up and exits the room.
Okay.
Eldonna's going to leave the room too.
Can't blame you there. Okay.
Peter, check the chat, please.
Okay. Lazarus stands and comes forward and taps the shoulder of Azrael and whispers in his ear, Lad, I think perhaps I would be better suited to finish in your spot, if I may. And how do you respond?
I said, okay, sure.
Okay. So Azrael moves away from the table
Wait, where are you going?
and Lazarus sits down and winks at the rat on Caius's shoulder. And Azrael, what will you be doing?
Probably going to bed.
Okay, so you're going to leave the room, and Azrael will... Well, I don't know if he's comfortable seeing dead bodies speak.
Well, hey, okay, so we're getting really close to our time anyway. Do we want to just call it there right before we had to ask 15 questions of 3 different other witnesses?
Are we going to be able to wrap this all up in 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Or...
No, you're right. Okay, so retcon Lazarus taking over for now. And we will put Azrael back. I was hoping to get to a verdict, but ooh, Why am I not?
Well, we could just get to closing arguments, then, no?
You get to have
No.
your wild shape last an entire week.
Yeah. So I'll fix the tokens in a bit, but that'll be the end of our broadcast for the night. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thursday night, we have Out of the Abyss. And that begins at 7:15 p.m. Right here on D&D Play 20. And then following that, Monday at around 7:15 Eastern Time and 5:15 Mountain Time is Curse of Strahd, which is really intense. And that will be DM'd by our own Greg. DM Greg! Party time! And does anybody have any other events they would like to? No?
Not currently. Thank you, everyone.
I would like to say again, I got a wormwood. And wood
Happy
dies.
birthday, Peter.
Norse
Thank
Foundry.
you, everyone.
Norse Foundry.
Happy birthday.
Party time, Norse Foundry. Kyle signed my card. So, anyways, I want to thank everybody. We will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And
Happy birthday, Pete.
thank you. And
Happy birthday,
goodbye,
Pete.
everybody.
Bye.